When I first heard that Ari Aster, the man behind Midsummer and Hereditary, was shooting a 3-hour epic comedy horror with Joaquin Phoenix as the lead, I was like, boy is excited! And don't get me wrong, this film does excite me. The film moved me at times, it confused me almost constantly, and it made me laugh out loud and realise just how messed up Ari Aster's sense of humour is. But that's just another reason for me to love him, to be honest. It's a technically very impressive film with some amazing performances and thought-provoking images, but saying that, I do feel that this movie falls short in quite a lot of places. The first of which is, there's too much fat. Early in the film we learn that Beau has a very toxic and disturbing relationship with his mother Mona. It's clear he's still vying for his mum's approval and validation after all these years, as she has dictated almost every aspect of his life. I don't have a problem with this setup. I just feel the execution doesn't do anything to properly explore the relationship that could give it a clarity other than mother's bad, poor Beau. All the film's ideas and themes are fully explored within the first section of this movie. And again, that wouldn't be a problem if this film's runtime wasn't 3 hours long. And don't get me wrong, I like long movies. I can sit through a 3-hour film, no problem, just as long as the runtime is earned and feels justified by what we're seeing on screen. There was absolutely no reason whatsoever this movie needed to be 3 hours long. There is just too much fat, but that's just my opinion. Surface level. The movie hits it very much on the nose that we are seeing the world through the eyes of Beau, who, going off what we are seeing unfold, is a paranoid schizophrenic. We're set up to believe that everything outrageous we are seeing is some sort of manifestation of Beau's paranoid delusions and hallucinations. The problem with this is that we are never shown what reality actually is. I think to truly empathise with Beau and understand the world he lives in, we needed to see what a normal existence looks like, so we have something to compare it to. In Beau Is Afraid, there is no normal to disrupt, so the absurd becomes normal, and then that stops being interesting. For me, part of Aster's brilliance as a filmmaker and storyteller is there is a real emotional depth to his characters. Sure, he puts his characters in terrible situations, but from that comes the space for them to explore those situations and learn from them and suffer. Beau, on the other hand, felt too distant, and because we're just shown one confusing and ambiguous sequence after another, I always felt a little bit distant to him. Which is a shame, because I really wanted to go on this journey with him. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying that. But despite these issues that I do have with the film, there is a lot this film does really well. One thing that really stuck with me was the list of things that Beau is anxious about, which of course is played out on screen. Things like losing your keys before a trip, or having your house broken into, or having teenage girls make fun of you and film you. These were moments that really drew me into Beau's world, and it's a shame that they never really went anywhere. For a film that was marketed as a horror and adventure film, I would say Beau Is Afraid sits more comfortably as a surreal comedy film. I laughed so much watching this. The way the notes from Beau's neighbour flies under the door, or the soul-crushing but totally deadpan delivery from the UPS driver when he says, "I'm so sorry dude," caught me so off guard. And I'd love to see Ari Aster continue down this path in the future. Can you imagine if he made a film with the spirit of Beau Is Afraid, but with the same tight structure of his first 2 films? Now that would be a film I would be afraid to watch. Beau Is Afraid definitely craves to be rewatched, but with its incredibly bloated runtime, I just don't see myself doing it anytime soon. I can totally see why people are digging this one, but for me and my personal taste, I just needed a bit more structure for this 3-hour film to really feel worth it. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.